So, what is this video going to be about? Um, video is going to be about me learning how to say no. And I'll talk more about. But first, Fridays I'm supposed to talk about a show I made for the weekend, like meal prep. So it's made Trader Joe's stir fry with eggs, like 3 eggs. Um, Also a recipe from Carrington's video, but I just been kind of lazy. Well, I cooked um, stir fry last weekend or last Monday, so I have been cooking. This is pretty easy meal prep cook, so not as stressful. But I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to cook next week. So maybe I'll search up a video. I do have some videos that like on a playlist that I kind of want to try, but I haven't bought the ingredients. So um, now, why do I want to learn how to say no better? Is because like right now, um, at work, I've been having really hard issues of I have currently I have a lot more responsibilities now, and so I'm like a mentor for the new hire. Um, and while um, yeah, while it's cool being a mentor, it's a lot more stressful because there are a lot of you know things or questions that can come up, and it's really hard to answer all of them at the same time while also being having to code. And so what I really need to know how to do is be able to say no to the right stuff. I mean, as a mentor, it's also figuring out how to make them ask less questions, um, and make them inspired to try to figure things out themselves. Um, and so, and it's not just like my trainees, like also a lot more other people asking questions and new a lot of things coming up that I have to do. So it leaves um, very little time to actually start to code, do my own work. Um, and so, yeah. And I just finished this book called No Split the Difference. And so I think it's really important to be able to, what I need to really do is what can I pull from that book and help leverage all the knowledge I learned from that to my current situation. And so I can effectively do my work while also helping others and prioritize stuff that um, I can do. Um, or prioritize stuff that I need to do, and then leave stuff for later if I can do it later. So one of them is so I guess another big problem of mine is I'm oftentimes I try to answer things like right away in a message, when I could probably hold off on answering it. I can leave it for later when I'm less busy. But um, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a rant too, but I guess it's frustrating because when you're working and you're in that headspace of like working, but then you get interrupted during that process. Um, and maybe that's something I have to work on too. Um, but how to effectively work while having distractions. Um, and yeah. So what can I do? When someone messages me that or I have asks a question who's not like a Century team member or not my mentor, I can ask for a deadline. So in the book, it talks about deadlines. Ask for how urgent they need that request or that question answered. Um, Ask questions on as was it is it critical not critical questions but like ask questions that makes the other user think on how to solve their answer, such as if there is another better person that they can reach out for, um, to help them solve their issue. Um, and I mean, the thing too is like answering these questions does help me grow as well. So I don't. So I do enjoy that aspect because I'm also learning because I'm able to regurgitate the knowledge that I have learned and have done, and it kind of solidifies that I am actually knowledgeable in the stuff that I do. Um, because I've been working here for like 2 years. Um, but one is figuring out how to say no, ask, and also how to respond as fast, so I can finish the thing I need to get done, and then I can answer later when I have more time. And Mondays and Fridays are supposed to be my um, days where I can code effectively, but I have not been able to do that because there are still I get asked a lot more questions on site because they're right there, right? They sit right beside me, and they're always asking questions, and I don't really know how to. You can't really say no, um, because it'd be kind of rude because they can tell if you're busy or not. Um, but I don't know. It's more so figuring out how to say no on the weekends because that's when I should be spending my time to actually be coding effectively on the projects that I've been assigned. Um, yeah, so this is so for the people that are not my mentee. I have to ask for a deadline, ask questions that make them think on how to solve their own problem. Um, yeah, I think I just need to ask instead of answering. I need to ask more questions because that'll make them think and figure out, oh, am I the right person to reach out to? Can they solve this themselves? And people that people learn the most when they're struggling and they're actually trying to figure things out themselves. And so I think hand holding too much is also not a good thing. And so there's something I need to learn how to do more. Um, Inspire growth instead of handhold. Um, what else? Is that enough? Maybe use empathy as a tool, making them understand my situation. Um, like I haven't really been able to code on the weekends, and so I prefer if could you ask this on on Monday or office day, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when we have to be in office, and there's a lot more collaboration. Um, I guess now to the mentee, how do I inspire him to solve his own problems? Obviously, give him the tools that he can solve them is one of them, which I have done. Been giving him the tools. Um, and then two is not giving him the answer all the time, um, making him look for it can maybe somehow inspire some growth and make him want to not just ask the question and try to figure it out himself. Um, let's see. And yeah, I think I just need, and to do that, I think I need to ask more questions. I kind of help him figure out what he wants or how he can solve it. I'm just sorry. I'm like repeating the same stuff over and over, but I'm just like trying to figure out that's the correct approach. I mean, and I guess when I ask those questions, and if he feels, and make sure I'm not like attacking or I'm not using words that are more I statements, but more observations and perspectives. Um, maybe that'll help them think, okay, I'm not like trying to like so I don't come off as like I'm attacking them or not. Yeah, I think that's all I really need to do to say no in a way that's not saying no. Um, and inspire growth or inspire them to want to answer their own question or how can they solve their own question so they don't like, always have to come to me because I just would just give them the answer and that's not I guess that's not really a proper way to grow someone um, and obviously like I have ideas but I don't effectively use them and like how to be like a good mentor and stuff like that so I think I should be taking it more serious in that way too. I think that would be good experience and would look good overall in my growth as well. So uh, I think that's maybe that's just a natural thing that happens when you get more responsibilities, but it is frustrating. Um, I need to say less too. I say that a lot. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching and love you guys. Love you guys. If anyone does watch this, thank you.